Alright, so I had a question that said, well, not really a question, but it was a instance that was, I have people in my life who just won't leave me alone and they like to bully me. And I just wanted to stop. And actually, this was a subscriber that I have, and was just telling me about a situation that they're dealing with. And we're going to use the Alchemic mindset, and I'm going to give some ideas on how to use it to completely bamboozle them and get them to stop bothering you. So, to start, we have people that won't leave you alone and like to bully. Okay, well here's the thing. When you have someone that won't leave you alone, okay, you have somebody who is overly caring, because what we're doing is we're taking the state that's happening, won't leave you alone. They're over caring about you. This is a good one. They're fangirling over you. Like, whatever the heck those little nasties called. I can't remember what they were called. Belly Beavers or whatever? Like the fangirls or little fanboys of Justin Bieber. They won't leave him alone, technically, even though they're not next to him. But they're obsessive. They're obsessive about you. What else? They are idolizing. You see what I'm doing? If they're if you exist and they won't leave you alone, at the end of the day, to be honest, what they're doing is they're caring way too much about you. They're fangirling about you. They're obsessing about you. And they're idolizing you in some way. You see how I took that state of when you're just minding your own business and someone, like, every day, same spot, same thing over and over again, they just keep commenting and doing their whatever they're doing towards you. In this case, is bullying. Well, now taking what I came out of it, here's what you can do. If you have somebody fangirling about you, all you need to do, in this case, is keep it simple. Just have a simple piece of paper. Autograph it and hand it to them. They're going to respond like this. What the heck's this? Well, you seem to be idolizing me, and you keep coming towards me every single day. You must want my autograph, don't you? I must be that important, right? It's like every day you keep giving me your attention, so here, I'll give you something, that way you can always have me with you. That way you never have to worry about me at all. See? Now you just took that situation and flipped it and then just hit them in the head with it. And no, that didn't even hurt at all. It was just like it was like a representation of the whole situation turning and then just slapping them in the face. Because in all reality, if somebody is constantly bothering you or constantly going towards you, positive or negative, it doesn't matter. Really, they're obsessed about you. Be it in a positive or negative way. They're idolizing you. And if somebody, and now we're going to go to the extreme of in a negative state, like if you're getting bullied, again, the bully comes towards you and they're just saying whatever and whatever, all you have to say is, why are you so obsessed about me? Why are you constantly giving me your time? Why? How am I that important to you? And why? Don't you think you'd rather do something that's more beneficial for you? Because, I mean, you're making me feel like I'm an idol. Because when you give your time and attention and effort towards someone, you can't get it back. And that's true. You've put your focus on someone, positive, negative, doesn't matter. You're giving your time to them that you can't get back. So either way, they're making a choice to give you their energy. Now you see how the whole situation, how it started? It's not that good for you. And we see how we just completely 180'd it. And now we're looking at a viewpoint of, sheesh, this bully won't leave me alone. Sheesh, this person has the major hoochies for me. See, I just took it and completely flipped it. And really, that's how simple it is. But now if you have someone who's like physically threatening you of the whatnot, that can be slightly more different, because if you have someone who's physically going towards you, like if it's a bully that actually has assaulted you before, they come towards you and they do a push on you. I like to do, because I'm actually trained in the mixed martial arts too, if you didn't know, what I do is the simple 3 times, like, stop, stop, I'm saying stop, that's enough, I'm warning you, quit. And after the 3rd time, just right in the face, right on the nose. And then that's when you book it. Don't matter where you are, do your damage and book it. And if you have put it up for 3 times, stop, stop, I'm warning you, quit it or you're going to be in a major bit of hurt, okay? That way, if there's any witnesses around, you're not being aggressive, you're saying stop, defensive, defensive, defensive. Okay, warning has been put out, you're not going to stop, turn. Because you doing this is showing that you want no trouble, want no nothing at all, but they push, 1, stop, and this is saying surrender, don't want nothing to do with it, steps forward again, then the 3rd time saying don't want one no more, and whatever happens next you're not responsible for, comes forward. I mean, even if you're not that good of a puncher, you can even like that. And if you do this, you're really gonna what's that called? Neutralize someone. You're gonna make them get stunned, because that's gonna do a lot of damage. But at the end of the day, it's you who we're worried about, not the dimwit that's thinking it's cute to come at you. So really, if you have someone who's just making fun of you for whatever the reason is, don't let it get to you. If anything, just be all, sheesh, I didn't know that, you cared about whatever you're being bullied about. I didn't know you cared about me that much that you want to make me so perfect. Okay? Simple. And after a while, or if they just still keep doing it, you just keep telling them, what happened to that autograph I gave you? I thought oh, do you want another one? Okay, here. Hand it to them. And they just keep coming. Just keep giving it to them. Just like, sheesh. What are you, framing every single one of these things I'm giving you? Wow. You're making me feel really good about myself. You're making me feel like I'm the center of your universe. Because in reality, again, what outside of you is focusing on you, it's giving you its energy. Yeah, what you're doing is you're taking it, flipping it, and improving yourself and making them look stupid. And after a while, they're going to stop. Pretty soon the light bulb's going to go off in their head. And that's how simple using the alchemic mindset. It's so simple, and it can dumbfound somebody so easily. And even say if it's and even if you don't even have to respond to them, either if you wouldn't like to, but if you had to respond to them, that's how I would. Just be nonchalant, and if they just get to the point where it's like, okay, that's cute, enough of this. Again, just make an autograph and just hand it to them, and when they ask, what's this for? Well, since you're making me feel like a celebrity, and I must be important to you, here, you can have something they can always keep me close to you with. Completely bamboozle them. And isn't make them look dumbfounded? Because, again, obsession and idolizing, fangirling, and caring way too much about somebody else, be it positive or negative, it's still the same thing. It's putting intense focus on you for whatever reason. That's really the gist of it. It doesn't, there's really nothing else that can be explained about it. But just when you're in a physical confrontation, or you're dealing with someone that's kind of physical, and you kind of need to get yourself out of that situation, and if you're able to, run. Again, show that you want no trouble. Keep your hands up and say, stop. But once it gets past 3 and they keep stepping, defend yourself. It don't matter, well, at least to me, it doesn't matter who it is. If you're saying stop, they won't stop. Just 1, 2, 3, okay. You warned them 3 times. If they didn't stop, okay. I tried warning them. I can't be held responsible. I gotta protect myself first. That's it. And at the end of the day, if something does come after that, well, why'd you strike them? Well, officer or whoever, I had my hands up defending myself, saying, hey, I want no trouble. 3 times. Told him to stop 3 times. But it didn't stop. I felt threatened, so I did what I had to do to protect myself to get away. Because that was a threat. That's it. Really, that's all there is to it. And even also, like when it comes to like bullying and stuff like that, if it's online bullying, again, you can still use the same thing. If somebody is like I'll even give an example that I went through. I posted a comment on a video that was talking about hell, and I was just explaining like some more, like clearing it up a little. And I remember someone thought it'd be cute to say, well, witches and pagans like you should have been burned at the stake like they did, like back in 1400 or whatever. And that was like a reply to me, and all I said was just simply this. You know, I'm already flaming enough, thank you. I don't need somebody else to tell me that I need to turn up the game. But thank you, though. Thank you for letting me know that I'm on fire. Yeah. Completely put his foot in his mouth and tripped his other foot. And even someone else replied to that saying, ooh, he shut you up good, didn't he? See? When you're just in the state where you're just minding your own business, And if someone's trying to be all cutesy and or negative or whatever and trying to mess with you, how you take what they throw at you and then you make it bigger and you just slap them in the face with it. Here's another example. God hates fags. Well, what do you think? They have all those chemicals in them. Well, what do you think is going to happen when you suck on a fag for too long? You're going to get cancer. Duh. And by obviously, if you don't know what the original term fag meant, it's actually meant a cigarette or a tobacco smoking thing, or even, you see how you take something that they're throwing at you and you disarm it. Or here's another one. You're going to hell. Well, that is the name of my matron goddess, so no shit. See? Or I'm trying to even think of another common one. But you get the idea. No matter what someone throws at you, you can't be afraid to accept your truth, own it, flip it, and just high five them in the face with it. That's pretty much the most simplest yet humorous way of completely deflecting something back in their face. And once you get good at it, you have just completely, oh, I'm offensive? Good. Nice to know that, I can do anything and everything to make you get upset and lose control. See? It just comes second nature after a while. So I hope this gave you some help. I'll just call you Shadow Star, because I think I don't know how to pronounce the other one, but yeah. So hope this gave you some help, and hope those dimwits that you're unjustly having to deal with will get a well-deserved foot in the mouth. And I hope anybody who's watching this is dealing with a twithead who needs to keep his mouth shut. Yeah, hope you've learned something from this.